Okay, okay. I think I have 3 screens, 3 locations live. I have no live participants. That's okay. If anyone shows up, then we'll shift gears and we'll talk about whatever they want to talk about. But if no one does, then I've got a little project I need to work on, a demonstration, and I'll just work on that. Okay. That's that. That's that. Okay. Sounds good enough. Looks like I'm as set up as I'm going to be. So, see if I can find this post. Yep, there we go. Okay. Um, okay, so here's the question. How to build a form that can create 2 contacts? Um, and my answer would have been like literally 6 months ago would have been there's no native capacity to do that. Um, but we have a new couple features, and I'm going to see if the new features will do what I think they're supposed to do. So I'm going to open a do this, open this in a new tab, and then we're going to pop it out and put it on my screen here so that I can talk directly to the camera. And I'm going to switch it to test account before I go Facebook Live. Okay. Now, we go to sites. And let's see how this goes. Screen one. So the first thing we're going to need is a form. And it's going to be well, let me do this quick little demonstration. So let's say let's just use this yeah, it's got more than a few fields. So here's a suggestion for if you want to use one of these templates. See how this is editable? because these are just normal form fields. Check that out. It's not editable. Not very helpful, is it? Hmm. Not very helpful. I don't know why someone would use it. Okay, so let's add this. Let's go to add a custom field. Checkbox. Or is this person a minor? Hmm. Okay, and then we're gonna add and we're gonna add we're gonna add okay. Now we're gonna add a text. I think we can just do it with additional info. Um, make this field mandatory. Um, make a last name mandatory. And then we're going to yeah, that'll no, I didn't want it that way. Well, I know why it's doing it. That's fine for today's purposes. Okay. Now I want to have some conditional logic. Okay. So what we have now is it's mandatory to put a last name, email, and phone number, and whether the person's a minor. If they're not, then it should just accept those four fields plus an address. If they are, then it should also show parent contact information to be filled in. Okay, so that's how you do the form. Now we're going to do the automation. Well, hello, Mr. Jithin, coming in from Sydney,
Hey Sid,
Australia.
how are you?
Mr. Jithin, I'm doing okay. I've got a huge echo. Like
Yeah, sorry
everything I
about that.
say, you're okay. Everything I say goes all the way to Australia and back, and then I hear it in my ears.
I think yeah, it's got. I was also on the Facebook Live as well.
Oh, if I mute this and where's my Facebook? Can are you hearing it now?
No, no, I'm able to hear it. Maybe that's why the echo.
Okay. Yeah, it was because I had the live in the collab.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yep. Okay. So nice. So how are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Do you want to work on something or should I show you what I was working on?
Yeah, I just saw that it's live, so I just jumped in.
Nice. Welcome.
Yeah.
Um, so here's what I'm working on. Uh,
Hmm.
there was a request in high level group a few days ago, last week sometime, um, for one form to create two contacts.
Yeah.
So I was just seeing if oh, I need to rename it. Edit. Um, Child registration is a good name. So this is a demonstration account I have going on. And the first thing I did is um, noted that you can't actually edit from this template. You can't actually edit the cover image. You can't select it at all. Do you know
Yeah.
how to do that?
Sorry, what were you trying to do?
So I'll show you what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
the,
If
this
you go to settings, you would have the header image. Sorry, the theme. You
themes.
want to remove the image, isn't it?
Yeah, well, so um
Sorry, somewhere in style somewhere. So if you go to styles and at the somewhere it says, yeah, that image.
okay, so this is that background
If you
image.
remove that, it should go.
That's that. Okay.
There-
Yeah, so this
Yeah,
is
then there's a header image.
yeah,
Yeah,
so this is my thank you. That's how to find it. But so we can so the point is this template doesn't allow us to edit any of this header, right? This template is only a you so you can't change the heading to be instead of saying um uh so instead of saying property and casualty registration, you can't change it to say attend the craft workshop, right? Because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
purely a
It's an image. Yeah.
it's purely an image. Uh-oh.
It's a graphic. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not really a template. It's just a I don't even know what it is. Um, okay. But that's totally beside the point of what I'm trying to demonstrate, what I'm trying to test right now.
Hmm.
Okay. So thank you. It's over in styles in under the styles and options styles. Okay. Thank you. All right. So here's the original person. And
Hmm.
then I added this custom field, yes, no, and it's a conditional logic, show the parent email, phone, and name fields if this conditional field is yes,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Okay, save all of that. Then I had just gotten to automation, and I want a workflow. And I don't know if we're going to need or want the advanced builder, but because it's you on this call, let's use the advanced builder, right?
Yeah.
And the trigger is form. So how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, it's noon time here.
Yeah, yeah, it's middle of your day.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
what will you use to create a new contact?
So there's a first I'm going to add my little okay. So then there should be so the first contact should be created automatically. Um, so then the next thing is
So you would
create
probably
contact.
want the if else, and then if it is yes,
Ye-
parent.
yes, because if there's no parent, then there's no action, no further action.
Yeah.
Good call. Parent name is not empty, right?
Or would you use that radio button that you have?
You back on here?
No, you
Oh,
had
that's
a
even better. Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Is this person a minor? Includes no. Save. Okay. So this is the parent branch and this is the nun branch. Okay. Am I doing this right? You think?
If parent is so if the parent is minor, yes, then it will have parent, right? So you should that be yes or no?
Um, is this a parent?
So the need for parent is if it is minor, right? So
Yes, you're right. Okay. Create contact. Create. Mhm. Contact, custom field, parent email, phone, contact, custom field, parent phone. I think that's all that it has to do.
yeah,
That
yeah, it should
form,
work. Yeah, yeah.
that form plus this create additional contact. And this is like we couldn't do that 6 months ago, but now I don't think it's any more complex than that.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be create contact was there, but I think it needed the inbound webhook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think yeah, this should work.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's my 30-minute demonstration. That's how it would work. It is just a demo account. I mean, I could do a dummy demonstration, but I think that accomplishes what I want. Um, I have been sharing, right? Oh yeah, I see my green box. Good. Suddenly I realized, um, because I can see myself over that in that camera. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so cool. Yeah, I think it's literally that simple. And um it wasn't that simple a few months ago, but
Hmm.
absolutely now it is. Um, yeah, and even then, in your world, it wasn't complex because it was simply a matter of a webhook. Um, and um, my technical skill goes all the way up to I know how to spell webhook. And it's thanks for
I,
appreciating the joke.
I mean, I mean, it's not that hard if
I
you.
I
I
I
mean,
know
I'm pretty sure you'll pick it up.
I've solved a couple. There were a couple problems that I've had to solve where the only way to do it, especially at that time back in 2023, was with a webhook. Um,
Yeah.
um, and I liked at that point in 2023 and 2024, I would tell people the things you can do with high level at a no code level are really
Yeah.
incredible. Um,
Hmm.
and that's that's a year and a half ago now. Um,
Yeah.
we've continued to progress at a very incredibly rapid rate. Um, and I'm just in awe, frankly, of the technology, um,
Yeah.
of how. So my background,
Hmm.
when I was an undergraduate, my goal was to go into the Army. And so I just
Yeah.
needed a degree. It didn't matter what degree I got. Um,
Hmm.
but I do have a computer information systems degree. Um,
Yeah.
I was required to take three programming classes.
Hmm.
All the computer science guys were focused on C plus and Pascal and Fortran. And that meant the
Yeah.
computer lab with the Hewlett Packard mini computer um, was wide open all the time because they all wanted to work on this thing called a LAN. Um,
Hmm.
and so I could get into the mini computer and program in COBOL all I wanted to. So I could get in there
Yeah.
at any time of the day or night, write my COBOL program, turn it in to get a grade. Um, so I understand the concept of modular programming,
Hmm.
and I can spell the word code. Um, but
Yeah.
but my programming skills are they were obsolete then, and they're decades old
Hmm.
now. Um,
Yeah.
and frankly, the things in high level that we can do, just like what we just demonstrated just now, with no code, just do it, is pretty incredible. So
Yeah.
yeah, awesome. Uh,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was good. So thanks for inviting me to this meeting.
yeah, awesome. Just it's kind of a little bit of playing with my toys. At one point, I had a recurring Tuesday morning and Tuesday evening and Thursday morning, Thursday evening sessions. For a few weeks I had fairly regular attendance, and then attendance dropped off, and it was like I'm scheduling my day to be online at these particular two times. Um,
Hmm.
and it was not it it was disruptive to my own scheduling.
Yeah.
I had to
Yeah.
schedule the rest of my scheduling around it, but I specifically picked. So on the US West Coast at 7 a.m. is 10 a.m. East Coast time. It's the
Mm.
middle of the day in England or in Europe. And this time, the 7 p.m. in the West Coast time is the middle of the day for you. So if I
Yeah.
do morning and evening on my time, it's a
Mhm.
really convenient time. It's neither one of those times is really convenient for everybody, but one of those
Mm.
times is convenient for anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So it's like 7:30 for you.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so what is your current initiative, main project?
Um, I'm working on a custom object project,
Okay.
and prob- so you probably saw the video on application loans. So someone actually wanted something similar. So
Hmm.
we are working on that loan project, but I think we are still going to use more of opportunity rather than custom object,
Okay.
because you cannot send emails or use any values inside communication if you're using custom object. So you still need something like an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, because you can't send a email to the associated contact of of an opportunity. Is that what you're saying?
No, opportunity you can, but if you're using
Ah,
custom
sorry,
object,
custom object. The
yeah,
associated contact of a custom
yeah.
object, there's no
Hmm.
action to send an email or send to SMS to the associate.
Yeah. So if you want to do any sort of inbound or outbound communication, it has to be through contact-based workflows. Any other workflow like company or um, any other custom object workflow, you cannot do that. So
Yeah.
you so for now, the workaround would be to use either contact or opportunities.
Hmm. Yeah. Um, that makes sense that based on what I know about the development cycle of the custom object, it makes sense that that's where we currently are. Um,
Mhm.
so there's some things within the platform where I try to stay current on what's the most current granular capability. Um,
Yeah.
and then things like custom objects, I let people like you take the lead on that because it's like there's only so much capacity to keep track of.
Mhm.
As
Yeah.
fast as things are changing,
Yeah.
it's really hard to just keep track of what's changing, let alone in
Yeah.
all the different ways that it's changing.
Yeah. I mean, I was lucky enough to work with custom objects before on
Hmm.
another platform, like not even before DHL, I was working on other softwares. Like
Hmm.
I was using Infusionsoft and Entreport and such. So I've already worked with custom objects before, so it was easy to pick up
Hmm.
the basic concepts.
Hmm.
So yeah, so it was easy to apply that knowledge into the software, even though it's not, you can't really drill down into the relations yet. So that if
Hmm.
you want to get some details about the associated contact, it's still not possible inside high level.
Yeah. Um,
So uh, yeah.
yeah. And that's so I think I know enough to be able to say I understand the concepts behind the kind of database relationships that you would need to do custom
Hmm.
objects. Um,
Hmm.
but because of the development process cycle that high level uses with the skateboard model, it's not like once it's fully fleshed out, then it'll just be okay, this is how you use custom objects. The challenge right now is to keep track of the things you should be able to do with custom objects. This is what you can do right now versus what you probably can do a month from now versus realistically, that's not going to do that until a year from that, until next year, right? Um,
Yeah. Yeah, this looks very simple on the front end, but to implement it's pretty complicated. So,
mhm.
I think they are doing pretty good job so far. And yeah, let's see how long will it take for them to sort it out.
Yeah. Um, you know who Glenn Wasserman is, right? He's a high
Uh,
leveler.
okay.
He's out of Philadelphia. He sends me a note, Pennsylvania. He sends me a note this morning, says, um, what are the updates on the company object? And I'm just like, yeah, they've made some progress, but it's not to the place where you need for what I know
Yeah.
you what you want it to do. It just
Mm,
um they're making progress. Um 5 years from now, it's going to be doing some things that I can't even imagine what it's going to do 5 years from now. But
yeah.
at that point, the custom objects and the
Mm,
company objects are just going to work, right? We're not even going to think about how what the workarounds are required. They're just gonna be there. And we're just like this workflow that I just did the demonstration with. Um, it's just
mm,
going to be a matter of you just you just build it. You drag and drop, and there it is, and it just does the thing. Um, but right now, it's some of the tools that you need are in the toolkit, and it's just a matter of dragging them out and dropping them. And others of them, they
mm,
don't exist yet, and you have to do a custom. You have to do some kind of custom code workaround manipulation. And um,
yeah.
yes, so I'll say one more thing, and then I'll hand it back over to you again. So I literally had a conversation, started over the weekend and then into this week with a guy where um, he said, "Well, it seems like from all the conversation that's happening in the Facebook group that the platform really is not all that good." And my response was, "Well, the reason you would hire me is." What you're hearing in the Facebook group are people complaining about what's happening on the cutting edge. The things
Mm,
that are in the middle of what it does, they all work, or they work
yeah.
with two or three known workarounds. And I just you and I just know what those workarounds are. We don't even really think of them as workarounds anymore. But over here on this
Mm,
cutting edge and over here on this cutting edge, it doesn't quite work the way that the user interface implies that it should. And those are the things
yeah.
that people on the Facebook group are complaining about. Well, it doesn't do what it should. It doesn't do what it, well, of course it doesn't do what it should, right? So if you're a
Yeah.
newbie and you come in there and you start seeing people complaining about all these things that it doesn't quite do what it should, what you and
Mm,
I bring to the table is, oh, but see, what you're not hearing is no one's talking about this. All of this that
yeah.
it does it works fine. Um, it's just so what when somebody hires me or when somebody hires you for something more technical than I would do, it's for our knowledge not of how to do things in high level, but to know which things in high level are part of the core stable existing functional platform versus what is on the cutting edge
Mm,
and requires workarounds. If it's on the cutting edge and requires workarounds, well, okay, I have to charge you more because I have to solve some problems. If it's just in the middle, then it's just okay. Let me like this workflow we just built just now. Let me put it together. Have Jithin double check my true false misuse of my word
yeah.
yes versus no. But other than that, um, it's just drag and drop. So, what are your thoughts on that as far as the stability of the platform?
Yeah. People always complain when something doesn't work, and they don't they would give you 1-star review rather than 5-star review. So whatever you see is mostly when things doesn't work.
Yeah, That's
Yeah,
exactly.
so yeah, that's how I would see it. So lot of things when you, I mean, even if you see, um, even if you have a very good YouTube video or something, people wouldn't really leave a like or a comment or anything because they got what they want and they leave. But if they
Mhm.
didn't get something, they would leave a comment, right? So it's a
Right.
very similar thing.
Why didn't you say that? Why didn't you tell me that? Well, I
Yeah,
can't, one video, I can't tell you everything.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a good correlation since we're on the video um context right now. It's like, yeah.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Go
also it's a
ahead.
massive community. So, and only 1% people are complaining, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, some of the YouTube channels I follow that for purely for entertainment purposes, you know,
Mm.
they'll get thousands of views in a day and a few hundred likes. And I'm like, if people, you're
Mhm.
watching the guy's stuff, you do throw him a courtesy favor, click a like on his click a like on his video. Um,
Mm.
throw him a bone. Um, uh, yeah. So that's you're exactly right. People are very willing to complain, but they very rarely compliment.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, in fact, there was a conversation in one of the Facebook groups. I don't remember which one now. Um, uh, just just today or yesterday, where somebody said something about um, what do you do if your customer complains that his emails aren't getting delivered? And it's like, well, of course he's going to complain if his emails aren't getting delivered, but that
Mhm.
doesn't mean he wasn't happy with everything else.
Yeah.
And I'm missing some of the details of that particular story, but yeah, it's the exact same concept. He's only complaining. The customers that are silent, most of the time it's
Mm.
because things are going well.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
sometimes you just let it ride. Let it ride.
Yeah.
Let it ride. Yep. Cool. Um,
Yeah. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you.
yeah. I I think I've shifted most of my focus over to the Colab community side of the platform. Um,
Right.
so that's it wasn't really intentional.
Mm.
Um, but we had this GHL business launch branding we had just started in August, September timeframe of 2024. And then at Level Up
Mhm.
2024 was when Sean Clark announced Collab as a separate brand. And it was like,
Mhm.
well, wait a minute. Suddenly, instead of it being we're going to have a Facebook and then we're going to use the Facebook as a lead magnet to go to our private community where the real training was going to be, suddenly both of them are lead magnets and we don't even know what they're a lead magnet to because you can't have one be the lead magnet to the other, right? Um,
Mm. Yeah.
but I know where the cutting edges are on the collab stuff because of that. Where on the custom objects and the company objects, I'm a little more fuzzy on exactly what it
Mhm.
can and can't do right now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
I think I'm also gonna do a little bit more lives and stuff
Hmm.
like that on the community in the coming
Hmm.
days.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I'm also on the same path.
Yeah. Awesome. Sounds good.
All right, Keith. So have a
Thanks for
great night.
stopping in. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Okay. So, I am probably going to have to delete my recordings because I think that echo was happening for most of the time that I was talking before Jithin got into the room. But I will go back and listen to the recording and I will see if that's the case. Um, oh, uh, and Melissa said goodnight. I just realized that she was even commenting because I was busy talking instead of paying attention to the chats. So that's a little bit of a problem. So Melissa, I apologize for not responding more quickly um, to your chat, and hopefully that demonstration of the two contacts from one form was helpful to you. Maybe I'll make sure that I send you a link to the video um, after I've gone with the final version of it. All right. I had scheduled this to go um, as late as another 30 minutes. I'm scanning through my notifications, seeing what else I might have missed while I was talking with Jithin. That demonstration worked out really quite okay. I see no live chats on the YouTube. Um, yeah, that building that automation, I was pretty sure it was as simple as I thought it was, but I hadn't tried to build it yet. And so sometimes you literally don't know until you try. Uh, um, all right, and there's no real reason for me just to hang out online. I did my demonstration I was going to make, so I think what I will do is I will click end stream here, and I will end live video here, and this one's already ended.